So the book I have today is one I've never had before that I can recall. It's a little bit older than the books I normally work on. And it's a Bronze Age, but I think it's early Bronze Age, maybe in the transition point between silver and bronze. But it's a really great key. I got it for a good price, and I'm hoping it is as nice in person as it was online. You know, I don't think it's an ultra high grade book, but I'm trying to find books to work on from mid grade all the way up to high grade. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this thing unboxed so we can reveal what we got here. I think I might have it. Oh ho! That looks cool. All right, we have X-Men number 95. So yeah, this book's got a lot going for it. This is early appearance of Wolverine. I think the 4th appearance of Wolverine. Early Storm, Nightcrawler. There's a death in here. I'm trying to, is it Thunderbird? I can't remember. There's a death in here. Anyway, I'm not sure what makes this the biggest part of the key, honestly. I just don't know. But yeah, it is a key. I got it for about $100. And I'm hoping we can parlay this into a much nicer copy than it is right now. But let's go ahead and take a look on my little desk right here and give it a preliminary grade. So then we can determine, you know, with a clean and a press, how good did we do? And all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and look over here and get started. So yeah, this book looks great. You got one color breaking tick here, a tiny one there, a few ticks, a little bit of a color rub there, but man, for being a comic of this age, this book is in tremendous shape. Yeah, this is 1975. For it to survive the test of time, you can tell this book was well cared for. The back looks very good. There's some ticks, but we can clean that up. A couple bends here and there, a couple thumb things. A little bit dirty. We can certainly clean that up as well. But the corners on this thing, check this out. This is great. Look at that. Almost a 50-year-old book with corners like that. All of them are that way. The front ones are bent over a little bit, but if you get a good look at them, that's going to flatten out right there. Let's evaluate this book a little bit further and get started with the cleaning process. And then, of course, we'll fix spine ticks, whatever we got to do, and press this book and see what happens. So I've done a preliminary wipe down of the book, and it's got a little bit of soiling to it, but it's also got quite a few defects that I think could be taken out with a initial press. So I'm going to go ahead and press it first before I do anything else on the book. So I'll probably press it, do some cleaning, and then we'll repair some defects, do a second press, and then see where we're at. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it in the initial press, and we'll see what we got. All right, it's heating up in the press. So let's give it, I'm going to let it stay in overnight, and we'll see what it looks like in the morning. So the initial press is done, and this is what it looks like. Looks kind of good, right? Got rid of a lot, or at least toned down a lot of the defects. Still got some repairs to do on it. What I think we'll do next is the cleaning process. Front doesn't need too much, but I believe the back has quite a bit of soiling. Let me just carefully flip this over. Yeah, you can see it right here along the spine. And kind of down here as well. It's not too bad. We can take care of that pretty quickly. I don't see a whole bunch in the center of the book, which is good because this yellow is susceptible to coming off the book. So I'm going to try and stay out of the colored areas of this book and stick to the white. Absorbing lightly across here and all the edges, and then touch it up with the eraser. And so let's get to that. I'm going to go ahead and get started cleaning it. Checking for the yellow coming off the book. Don't want to do that. So I'm trying to stay in the white area. I'm always away from the book, never toward an edge. Well, the Absorbing did its job. It did a very good job on this book. It got probably 98% of it off. There's only a couple areas on it that I might still need to work on with the eraser. There's a little bit here. And the back is there's a spot that is being very stubborn. It was heavily soiled at the beginning. It looked like a thumb bend as well. It's just all up in right there. I'm going to have to try and get out with the eraser gently. I may end up leaving some of that. That just may not be worth it. I don't want to start taking gloss off the book or do any damage. It's very minor though. I think I can clean it up a little bit more. There's a little bit here that I need to work on a little bit. But other than that, I mean, Absorbing did its job. Did a very good job on this one. So yeah, let's get to the eraser cleaning, get that done with, and then we can start repairing some spine ticks and some other things on the book. Okay, so after the repairs I did on the spine, I went ahead and did another press. I thought that maybe some of the thumb bends and things like that would clean up even more or completely go away with another press, and I was right. Now, there are still a couple here and there. I don't know if they're going to show up on camera, but they're vastly improved from the beginning. And there's just a couple little areas I need to possibly work on with a ball bearing, but I think I'm going to press it again and leave it in overnight. Add some moisture to those defects that are still left, and just let's see what it looks like after one more press. But this book, I probably could send it off right now. We're already pretty close to our cap grade on this book, I think. But just a few little touch-up things here and there, and we're ready to go. Okay, we're done with this press. Let's get this thing out of here, take it over the table, and take a close look. All right. Alright, I did it back up this time because the defects were mostly on the back, the ones that I needed to correct. So let's take a close look here, see what we got. Okay, I don't see anything else to do on the back. I think we're good to go. Let me flip the book over. Let's look at the front. Alright, let's give it a quick look here. Yeah, those little thumb bends are pretty much gone on this book now. I don't really see anything. Man, just pressing it has gotten rid of them. So that's good news. I honestly think this book's ready for the grade we're looking at on this book. I don't think we need to go too much more crazy. I mean, these color breaks on the spine, there's nothing we can do about those. So I don't think trying to be a perfectionist on those, even though they look infinitely better than they did when I started. I think I'm 90% there. I don't think it's going to make a difference in the grade, so why would I, take the chance of one of these tearing? Because they're it's very, very thin in the middle of those ticks right there. So it's not worth the risk. So I'm just going to leave it alone. I just wanted to show this just to show a point here. And that's that the interior will tend to turn yellow in my experience faster than the cover. So one of the indicators of, I had some purple labels come back recently. One of the indicators is a white cover, and then a non-matching interior. If you look at that, that definitely does not match. And this book was not whitened. This is exactly how it came to me. Had all the soiling defects. There's no way this book could have been whitened because it's got decades of soiling, obviously, on it. So, maybe that soiling actually helped preserve the whiteness of the book. I don't know. Anyways, if this one comes back a purple label, something's wrong. I'm gonna have to switch companies because they're screwing up. There is no way this book was whitened. But my grading tool says 7.5, so I'm gonna go with that. The spot on grading tool says 6.0. I hope I'm right. I hope my tool is more accurate. So when I first initially assessed this book, I had it as like a 7.0, hoping to get an 8.0. But I'd be happy with a 7.5 because this is a beautiful book regardless. I don't care if it's a 7.0, 8.0, 8.5. It is a great looking book. It presents very well. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one, once I get a couple other books done, shipped off to CGC. And you guys will find out the grade here in just a moment. So this gorgeous copy of X-Men number 95 is back from CGC. It took about 25 days. So, we got it in as, say, a 7.0, I think. And I was hoping basically to get the 7.5 on this book. So let's see what CGC thinks of the grade. 8.0 is a lot better than a 7.5 and a tremendous amount better than a 7.0. Very happy to get to an 8.0 in this book. And looking at it now, man, I think it deserves it. It's just, corners are pretty sharp. It just presents extremely well. It's a pretty white copy. It's got white pages. And yeah, it's a good looking book, man. Not gonna lie, I kind of like this book. Might hold on to it for a while. But yeah, very, very happy. It was a successful CPR. I mean, we didn't go from 7.0 to 9.6 like we've done on some before. But you know what? They can't all be that way. But it's certainly worth it to take a key like this and get it from a 7.0 to an 8.0. And yeah, I'm not going to complain about that at all. It may not make us a tremendous amount of money, but it just makes sense to do it. So thanks again for watching. Stay nerdy, and I'll see you in the next video.